Hello, and welcome to the BL Week in Review on BL Express YouTube channel. Uh, Lots of BL here today. I'm Songbird, and if you're watching this later, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment on this particular video so we can keep making more and keep improving quality and keep going. Um, it's going to be a short day if nobody comes in, but we'll see how it goes. All right, so this is a formatted show that involves audience participation. And so when people participate, we are able to go ahead and have a fun time. And I guess if nobody shows up, I'll just run over what's coming, what ended, and what started airing this last week, and we'll leave it at that. Okay. So, if you are watching, don't forget to join the conversation in the live chat. I look forward to chatting with all of you. With that, let's do our weekend review. So, hello for anybody watching. It's good to see you. I see we have one viewer. All right, so the first thing that ended last week is Last Meal Universe. It is a Thai BL with 7 episodes on 1D, and I know that that probably sounds very unfamiliar and strange to many people, but 1D is one of Thailand's main channels, and they have an online platform that you can watch shows on, and that platform is available internationally. All you have to do is look up the website. And Last Meal Universe is on there with subtitles. So that's pretty awesome. Hello, Andy. Good to see you. Good evening or afternoon or wherever you happen to be. Lovely that you joined. Last Meal Universe is. I don't know that it's for everybody. I watched it and enjoyed it immensely, except the ending was a little rushed. But it wasn't very many episodes, so that kind of makes sense. Was it 7 episodes? Maybe it was 8 episodes. Oh my goodness. Ah, yes. Hi. Okay, people are here. Familiar names. Love it. I was amazed they had subtitles on the official website. Yes. Hi, Ariza. Hi, Katie. I was amazed as well. It was kind of unbelievable. I am going to look up real quick and double check the number of episodes because that would be sad if I was wrong. Last Meal Universe. Okay, let me look this up. 8 episodes. Oh man, I was wrong. Okay, it is indeed 8 episodes. Episodes are just about 45 to 50 minutes long. And it is just a hoot would be a good word for it. Crack up, crack fic, something like that. It's not for everybody. Because the primary romance is not between two men, as in typical BL fashion, but rather between an alien and his love of food. And then the romance between people is secondary to that, which is highly entertaining if you like that kind of thing. But again, not for everybody. The second show that ended last week. Hey, Pammy, good to see you. I love all the people in the chat and all the familiar faces. It's amazing. Okay, Lost in the Woods, the second one that ended last week. That show, I think, is for everybody. That is only 7 episodes long. I swear this time, guys, it really is only 7 episodes long, and it is on Gaga Ulala. And should you watch it? And I'll let you guys answer in the chat as well. I think more people saw Lost in the Woods than saw Last Meal Universe. So if you saw Lost in the Woods, go ahead and throw out in the chat whether or not you think it's worth watching. I actually do think it was worth watching. It is slow burn. And while the actors do not have an age gap, or not much of one anyways. The characters do in the show, and so it's very mild in like the physical touch department, but I think they still did a beautiful job of showing a love story develop and showing their respect for each other develop and characters evolving and becoming more than what they were at the beginning of the series. And it was beautifully shot in Thailand as well. The cinematography is a treat. So if you like that kind of thing, a little slow, easygoing show, that's then for by all means go watch that one. It's excellent. It's slow paced. It has beautiful scenery. It was really well done. Love it, Eureka. Yes, it's slow paced and has beautiful scenery. That is a great way to put it. I don't, and then, yeah, so if those in the chat who haven't seen it, it's definitely worth checking out. Go check it out. I guess, unless you like things to start off with a bang like they did in Pit Babe or in, oh, My Stubborn. Those both kind of started out with like, wow, what am I watching right now? Okay, but before we get to the currently airing shows or the shows that's just started this last week, we're going to do the upcoming ones real quick. The ones that we don't have a lot to say about. The first one started today. It's called Mission to the Moon. It's on the Kongtup, KONGTHUP, Kongtup YouTube channel. And the episode, it's a short form series. The episodes are 10 minutes long, including credits and preview and all of the things. So keep that in mind. Also, I thought it was going to be 3 episodes a week, but apparently it's only 3 episodes a week if you pay for a subscription. I do not know what the schedule is like if you don't pay a subscription. But, if you follow me on social media, we'll all find out together because I didn't think it was a bad start today. And we'll see how it goes. It's supposedly a comedy kind of series. At least that's what the preview gave off the vibes of, about a spirit who comes to the here and now, to meet up with his long lost love, apparently. I can't imagine that show ending well, but as far as the start goes, it's pretty good. And then on May 8th, which is Thursday, we have Sweetheart Service on Strongberry YouTube channel. Strongberry, I don't know if anybody in the chat knows Strongberry, but Strongberry is a pretty strong KBL or Korean BL contender as far as like content goes. I've really enjoyed their previous work. So, Sweetheart Service on Strongberry. It's giving off adult rom-com, like office rom-com vibes, with a really entertaining fake boyfriend trope, which is I think the fake boyfriend trope is always really fun. Um, I don't know. I guess that's forced proximity at the end of the day, and that can like have entertaining, easy ways to build conflict in a show or in a story. So that'll be an entertaining show to keep an eye on. Again, that'll be on Thursday, May 8th when that premieres. All right, let's check the chat out. Lots of things going on. I liked the scenery, but didn't finish it as it didn't feel like it was going to be as romantic as I wanted it to be. KT, that might have been the case for you actually. Um, if they did a season 2, I think that's when the romance would really start. Mission to the Moon is a good time filler if you have the 10 minutes to fill. It was interesting. That's a good way to put it. It's a good time filler if you have time to spare. Strongberry, yes. Choco Milk. It is adorable. Absolutely. I might check it out, but not if I have to pay. Ah, yes. I don't know. Strongberry will make us pay or not. They didn't in the past. So, fingers crossed, everybody, that they don't do it now. All right. Seemingly, the air dates for Mission to the Moon are Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So more may or may not be out tomorrow without Fast Track. That's true, Andy. I don't know. It's hard to say because, like, at the end of the episode, it said that if you wanted to watch 3 episodes a week, you needed to pay for sign up for their membership service or whatever. So I guess we'll check tomorrow and see if it's there or not. That'll be entertaining. I really do like Strongberry series. Choco Milkshake was adorable and one of my faves, so I'm looking forward to Sweetheart Service. Yes, Choco Milkshake. Um, for those who are watching this later or watching now for that matter, who are like, huh? Choco Milkshake is an adorable Korean BL that's available on YouTube on Strongberry's YouTube channel. And Strongberry is Strong, like strong, like you're a strong person, and berry as like in the food you eat, and you put those two things together and you get Strongberry. Anyway, Choco Milkshake is a show about a man who loses his dog and cat, and then they come back to Earth as people because he's in a really, really bad place and help him out of his bad place. That's essentially the premise for the show. And it ends up being the most adorable thing you've ever seen, even though the premise, you're like, well, huh? Really? That's the premise? Trust me, guys, check it out. All right. I think to watch all 3 at once, I paid because, feverish. Oh, yeah. Teresa, yeah, I remember you saying that in social media earlier that you paid for all 3. So yeah, we'll have to hear what it's like from you, I guess, eh? You'll have to let us know if none of the rest of us can watch it. You'll have to let us know um, if it's like worth watching or not. Um, okay, onwards to what started this last week. First, we're just going to touch on Pit Babe season 2 because the main attraction is going to be the next prince, but I did want to give a shout out to Pit Babe as well for those who are into race cars. um what did you guys think? I watched it and I thought that it was entertaining. um that kind of show isn't entirely my cup of tea. I'm not entirely sure why. I think maybe because the central plot theme is around the racetrack and cars, and that has never been my fascination. But they did get into the nitty gritty details of like the kind of mysterious plot right from the beginning. And Sup Annette's character, who used to play Wei, he was a creepy zombie like guy, which I found interesting. And like overall, um, overall, it was a very cohesive first episode, even though it wasn't entirely something that I typically watch. However, I will say I'll keep watching. It's not over for me yet. I watched all of season 1. I didn't watch it all week to week though, if I remember right. I did take a bit of a break and then binge a few and then take another break and binge a few. But the story was entertaining at the end of the day. I liked it, but I do see why some cynical peeps like to mock it. And I'm invested from season 1, and my husband watches NASCAR, so I'm a little okay with the racing aspect. That makes sense. Okay. All right, so yeah, watch Pit Babe if you're into car racing. And I'm not sure how extensively they're going to use the Omegaverse aspect of Pit Babe. I guess we'll have to wait and see. If you're coming in and you're new to this, Omegaverse is where essentially overall, like plots change, the way the world is structured changes, but basically it's this idea that men can get pregnant. That's a base idea of what Omegaverse is anyway. All right, let's see in the comments. I loved the first season and enjoyed the first episode. I'm really looking forward to where they're taking this. Sure, yeah, absolutely. Pit Babe has never been particularly my cup of tea. Higher heat dramas are always hit or miss for me. That said, I'm curious enough to continue. Andy, you and I are kind of in similar spots, it seems like. That's kind of fun. Okay, so yeah, there's Pit Babe for you. So for those who are interested in watching that, join us. We'll have an entertaining time on social media chatting about it. All right, and then the show that has everybody like I don't know. I think my jaw dropped once or twice. And then everybody's been anticipating it for like 2.5, 3 years. And I'm doing a big build up, guys. The next Prince is next on our list. And it's the main focus of today because the first episode aired last Saturday. Or I guess Saturday wasn't that long ago, guys. Anyway, it aired this last Saturday. And I thought maybe we'd have a lot to say about it. But I thought we could start with a game because, games are fun and everything. So let's do a game of this or that. So, this or that. Stay local or break the rules. That's your first this or that question. Stay local, or not local. Sorry, I could read my own handwriting. Stay loyal. Loyal makes way more sense, guys. Stay loyal or break the rules. This or that. Stay loyal or break the rules. Question number one. So for me, oh my gosh, would I stay loyal or would I break the rules? Mm, this is not supposed to be a thinking game. Okay, I'm going with breaking the rules. Who wants to be loyal anyway? And I'm thinking this means loyal to the crown. Stay loyal to the crown or break the rules. I'm going to go ahead and break those rules. Okay, let's see. There's a bit more science involved. I watched a cut of Sailor Pond. Okay, so we're on there still. I just rewatched The Next Prince right before coming here. Break the rules. Break the rules. Yes. We have some rule breakers. Love it. That's fantastic. Breaking the rules for everybody. Okay. Next question. Become likely stay loyal. I'm terrible with conflict. Fair. Stay loyal. Okay. Okay, so the next one is with my personality, I'd be loyal. LOL. I'm far too scared of authority. All right, we have 3 rule breakers and 2 loyal patrons. That's fantastic. I love the division. Um all right, so become royalty or run away. Which way would you go? Would you become royalty or would you run away? Oh, if I were hit with royalty and like somebody knocked on my door and said, "Congratulations, you are the crowned princess of a small unknown country," I would. I'd probably think it was a scam and run away. I don't know. I can't imagine. I don't think I would think it was real. I mean, how could it be real? I think my first thing would be like, "You're full of it. Where's the hidden cameras?" I think that'd be my initial reaction to that. Yeah. Okay. With run away 100%. Yeah, right? Just run away. You're like, "No, I'm not royalty. I'm out. I'm so out. I'm done with this crazy nonsense." And who knows, like in my like if I saw someone at the door who said something like that, I might think they were a crazy person, I don't know that I would actually at all believe them in any way. But in the next Prince, that was a little bit different. The presentation was different, but like in my real world, um, I think that's how I would react. Run away, can't handle all the stress that would be involved. Okay, you're going that way too. Like, not only is that the person telling you might be crazy, but like if you were royalty, that would be very stressful. So you're not going to deal with that. I get that. Still terrible with conflict, but also I don't trust strangers walking up to me and telling me anything remotely close to that. Run for sure. Okay, we are all on the same page. Love it. Okay. Ballroom dance or battle training. Ballroom dance or battle training. Ballroom dance or battle training. I would choose ballroom dance because I love dancing. That was an easy answer. And battle training just sounds like sweaty, grimy work, and I don't think I would ever be able to live with the consequences that came from being on the other side of that battle training. Okay, let's see. His whole reality was destroyed. That is true. Ballroom dance. Neither. Okay, I accept. You don't have to pick. Katie, I get it. You can get fighting skills from dancing. That's true because like some fencing is feels a little bit like dancing. That's accurate. I think the dancing though, if I had to choose. If okay, can it be ballroom dance battle? Oh man, we're going like all in here. Sure. Make it a battle. Neither would be best, but I've done some boxing for fitness, so I guess battle. Okay. All right. All right. Yeah, I know that like battle scenes when they're in the movies and they're on stage, that's all choreographed. It's not like off the cuff ever. Mm, okay. Next one, family duty or personal dream. Family duty or personal dream. Um, I really would rather follow my personal dreams than like commit to family duty, to be honest. That would again like I'm like siding with the rebellion of like not falling in line, I guess, at the end of the day. I'll be stubborn that way. Follow my dreams and not do what my family asks of me. I can't even imagine. Like in the show, at least, well, maybe he does isn't aware of it yet, but I feel like what the main character enjoy. I'm gonna look up names while you guys are answering so that I can say them correctly because my brain just went absent momentarily. All right, let's see here. Personal dream, personal dream. I hate filial piety and family duty. It's my life. Yes, it is. It's your life. Absolutely 100%. That is very true. Okay. Canon. Okay, I got it. Canon. And he was Nin for short. Okay. I can't imagine Nin. Nin, at least his dream, I think, has something to do with fencing, which, at least from the preview, made it seem as though that would also be a part of his world and as royalty as well. So yeah, who knows for canon. Family duty. I've taken off work entirely at one point and stopped my return to university in my 30s to be a full-time caretaker for both my father during end of life and now my mother. Well, that's beautiful. Lovely. When it came to doing something like that, I would probably do it as well, even though I um would love to chase my dreams. Absolutely. I think in different circumstance I may have chosen personal dream though. That's fair. Yeah. If like you're young and your parents are healthy. Absolutely. Okay, so I thought it might be fun if you guys wanted to. Um, I'm gonna start talking about favorite moments while this is going on, but know that I'll check the chat to see if other people came up with some. If you would like to share your own this or that in the chat, feel free to do so. If you come up with something fun and you want to ask everybody, go ahead and do that. Or, you're welcome to move on to favorite moments with me as well, because that'll be the next segment. So, if you haven't seen episode 1, this might be your moment to bow out because there might be some spoilers after this. But because we're going to chat about our favorite moments, favorite characters, and predictions. So, From here on out, there might be spoilers. Just FYI, just a heads up. Okay. So, what was everybody's favorite moments from episode 1? For me, I think a favorite moment of mine was. Oh, let me think for a minute here. I didn't take notes on what my favorite moments were. I just wrote down to share, and I figured things would come easily, and they will. Okay. The opening was interesting. It shared both sides' views really well. I thought it had both Sharan and Canon doing their own separate things in their own separate worlds. And then I liked the horseback riding in the grand view, and I liked getting to see Sharan paint, and I liked getting to see him then appear for his duty, and the fight scene was really epic. That part was really cool. And then let's see what else. Oh, when Sharan and Canon, I'll get there. When we do the last episode recap, months from now in August, I will have the names down pat by that time. Sharan and Canon's first meeting. That one, in the subway, with the animosity, that was entertaining too. I love that one. Pepero game and finding out the meaning of the kiss. Oh yeah. That part was also really funny. Oh my goodness. Okay, is it that, or is it? I don't know. I've seen it called Pocky too, right? But yeah, when they did that kissing game, and then the expression on Kennan's face when he found out what that meant. He's like, it didn't mean anything though, right, guys? No, it didn't mean anything because I didn't know it meant anything at the time. The little fight scene in the first 4 minutes took me by surprise in a good way. I thought it was choreographed well and just was entertaining overall. Yes. Okay, so we had that fight scene. I've seen all sorts of comments about the productions with less money, saying things like, "Oh, you can tell it was choreographed," or "Oh, you can tell they didn't actually connect, make contact with a kick, or this or that," and some of that was in slow motion and very obvious contact. So they did a great job with that. The Tao Kanoi, oh, the seaweed snack and near the pool was quite silly, as was the out of pocket comments. You never told me you had a hot friend. Oh, and then straight up, everybody seemed to know that right there, the canon was not straight. So he's clearly very out with his friend group in the world he's used to. So I could see that actually being a struggle in future episodes. Maybe it's not okay or something like that with the royal family or I don't know, something. Or maybe this world is just really, really different and that's okay no matter where you're from or what you're doing. He's just your type. Yeah, that part. Exactly, that part. Oh my goodness. Okay. Mm. Do you guys have, okay, all of the scenes that you guys mentioned, I really enjoyed as well. I'm trying to think. Okay, so the emotion that Nunu was able to project in the final scenes was impressive. I've seen a lot of comments about how far he's come with it as an actor, and I agree. I feel like he's able to slough off his daily demeanor really well to embody this character, which was cool to watch. Where I think everybody's really proud of him. And with that, it's a great segue into whom your favorite characters are so far. Have you picked one yet? I wonder if it'll remain the same throughout. But do you have a favorite character? My favorite character is probably, oh gosh, Favorite character. Favorite character. Hmm. I mean, I mentioned Anu's acting, but that doesn't necessarily mean favorite character, right? That just means he was a great actor. Okay, let me see. Who played? Is he even going to show up? The father character. Where is he? Can somebody help me out, please? who's the who's Cannon's father? Because I can't immediately find him on the list. Anyway, that might be my favorite. Although I feel like the way he showed up for his son there for a hot second when the news was first introduced was not best. I feel like he could have done that a lot better. But every parent has their ups and downs. And yes, even though he's not his biological parent, I'm still calling him his parent because that is what he is. I hope he realizes that. For that matter, I hope the ending of episode 1 turn doesn't isn't what I think it is. I have my fingers crossed that it's not what I think it is. But yeah, probably that father figure is my favorite at the moment. He's the saddest part for me was him finding out and saying, "Can I just be your son?" Oh my goodness, yes. Sharan, sorry, I have to go. Dad duty call. That is okay. Got to do what you got to do. Nunu has definitely stepped up in terms of acting. He was always good, but you could tell he grew a bit more. Too early for a favorite character for me. Fair. Krishna. Hello, Krishna. I'm a fan of Z's overall and love a stoic, brooding, nice under their shell character, so I'm keen on Sharan. Okay. I could see that. Yes. Nice, brooding character. At the end of the day, I'll probably pick one of the main characters too as a favorite. It'll be entertaining to go back and check this out and be like, oh, Maida, that was a bad idea to choose that person. Okay, the final bit of today's episode is, do you have any predictions? And this is turning into a short one, but that's okay. Do you guys have any predictions for what's going to happen in future episodes? Any thoughts on that? Well, I already gave one about thinking that maybe like them showing that new news character was out of the closet, that Canon was out of the closet, means that like that may or may not be acceptable with what he's going to have to be. Mm. Although it would be cool if it were. I think that would be awesome. I think that obviously the relationship between Canon and Sharan is probably going to be not okay overall, that they're probably going to have to keep it hidden in some fashion, at the very least, because of the difference in status between the two of them. Um, Perhaps towards the end, it'll all come out in some sort of grand scheme where Canon has to literally change the fabric of how the country works in order to be able to keep the love of his life, which I'm assuming, I mean, obviously, Sharan is going to be the love of his life. There's no other way that the show can go. It's got to have that route. And I think it has to have a happy ending. So that means that the fabric of how the country is run will have to change. Maybe. I don't know, guys. Okay, let's see what did other people come up with. I'm quite interested in the politics of this future location as well, though, so I'm keen to meet the rest of the cast. Yes, there is. We've got the bad guy, too. I don't know how he's going to play into all of it. That'll be interesting. I have no particular predictions thus far into the show. I'm just along for the ride until we get to know the remaining side cast a smidgen more. That's fair. I have made some bold statements, and I'm probably very wrong in at least 75% of them, maybe 100%. I don't know. It's fun making predictions though, and then like if you are right, you can be like, "Ha! I was right. I don't know. Okay, guys, any other final predictions or thoughts for today? It's a little quieter today, not as much to chat about. So I'm thinking, a little bit early isn't necessarily a bad thing. Um, anyways, all right, guys. I'm gonna give it a chance here in case people are still typing. Sometimes typing takes a second, right? So, okay, I have one final thing because Chris and Cincto are my bias while we're waiting to finish up here. The X Morning has an official release date, and the new official trailer dropped yesterday morning when I woke up. It was the best morning. Felt like Christmas morning. And that show looks like it's going to be highly entertaining. It starts on May 22nd, and I am stupid excited. Okay, either the chat is stuck or we're about out of time and people are not a lot to say. Okay. All right, guys, I'm going to call it a day. Okay, here we go. I'm waiting to get to Emily before forming any opinions. I don't have any strong feelings for anyone right now. That's fair. I get that. Well, maybe I'll check in somewhere midway through the show to see if anybody has any thoughts at that time. All right, guys. Have a great evening. The way I am so excited for the X Morning. I'm so keen. The trailer gives such a different vibe than the pilot trailer, so I'm excited. Yes. Yes, exactly, right? And the way Kristen Cincto keep going on and on about how they have personally choreographed and designed all of their intimate scenes and that there are multiple of them, and that is pretty much, I mean, they talk about it a lot, but that's the key thing that's going to get fans interested, I suppose. But I find it highly entertaining about how proud of themselves they are for creating all those scenes. You take care and have a lovely evening as well. I'm looking forward to see them in a series again, so I'm definitely looking forward to the next morning. Yes, everybody. Okay, we'll talk about that one too then. We'll have a fun little chat when it comes out. All right, everybody. Good night. We'll do this. We'll do this.